ربنا الله ربنا الله ربنا الله ربنا الله ربنا الله ربنا الله ليس غير الله.
So, like we were saying earlier, that the earth that Allah created works through being balanced, and therefore the humans that Allah created to put on this earth also must work through a system of balance. And so you never want to be too far on any end of the spectrum. The middle is always what will work best. So the middle is that you're kind, you're gentle, and you're between being aggressive and between being too passive and too weak and not able to speak out or say anything. And sometimes people confuse being very passive with being having haya or having modesty. And there's a difference between the two. So and it's not necessarily also just being humble, but allowing yourself to be humiliated by others. Not when you humble yourself for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so because the Muslim always holds him or herself in high regard, right? Because this is what we call izzah. You feel honored, you feel the dignity and honor that Allah Azza wa Jal made you a Muslim. So you do not lower yourself and abase yourself and humiliate yourself in that sense. But again, it's always a good balance between, whatever two extremes of emotions or forms of communication, always the balance is what will work. There will be exceptional cases, and then in that case, that's when you use it appropriately. But for the most part, always the middle. Love and hate, for example. Love and hate, you'll find people also going to extremes in loving and in hating. And in Islam, it's not necessarily always black and white. You can hate something about someone and love something else in them. So for example, let's say there's a brother who gives a lot in charity. He's one of the best people when it comes to helping the poor, the needy, the masjid. He gives a lot. But he has some other bad traits. So most people, and I know, especially young people, they either just want to love him or hate him. And most of the time they'll choose to hate him. But in Islam you can actually love him for his generosity and dislike the certain bad thing about him. So there can be gray. It's not just
ربنا الله